welcome back.
Welcome back for another week.
We are in Kalbarri.
Yeah, at Zed Bend River Trail.
Yeah, we've hiked down for the morning.
It's a pretty short hike.
Yeah.
We came to Kalbarri last year and we did a lot here last time, but there were a couple things that we didn't get to. We did Zed Bend Lookout, which is just up that way. The river trail was closed at the time, so we never did it. But this time it's open.
And it is so peaceful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, we've basically worked our way up the coast and stopped in Geraldton for a while. It's the last big town before you get really far north, so we were stocking up on things from the last Aldi on the way north, stocking up on things from the last Bunnings from the way north.
Hung out with our friends Abenal, who are working there and living there for the time being.
Yeah, and they have a house, and we were able to unhitch the boat while we did all of our shopping, which was really good and helpful. So thank you, Abenal, for that.
Yeah, that was really fun. We only planned on staying for like 4 days, but it turned into a week. They took us 4-wheel driving. We had pizza on the beach. I can still see you sneeze. But yeah, it was nice to take a week off to just be with friends and not worry about vlogging too much. But yeah, now we're heading north and currently in Kalbarri, and gonna try and tick off some things that we didn't get to do last time.
Yeah, so we've already done the loop walk. We've already done the Nature's Window, which is probably the most famous bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did some of the stuff. Part of the national park's over by the actual town, over by the water. And this fashionista and I did most of that last time as well.
I was saying it could be cool to take the boat out on the Murchison River if we can. So
for now.
Are we going to keep walking down the river, or do you want to head back?
Yeah, let's do a bit more exploring and show everybody what this place is all about. All right, we've made it to one of the bends that's back up the river, and then we're gonna go back towards the lookout and the walk. This isn't really a trail, but beautiful, eh? Gorgeous. did it. Back to the start of the trailhead. So we are in Kalbarri town proper, and we are at
Kalbarri Pink Beach.
Pink Beach.
I was expecting the whole beach here to be pink.
Yeah.
It's only kind of little sections. This is probably the biggest section of pink.
Yeah, it like bleeds out. It's not, it's more like a reddish.
It's got such a hard
maroon
layer on top.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's right next to Jake's Point, where there are a few surfers, and they are very close to the rocks. It's pretty hectic, but hey.
Can't catch me going out there.
Nope. Tomorrow, we're taking the boat out.
That's the plan.
That's the plan, on the Murchison River and having a nice chill day.
That's not a duck, it's a pelican! Ugh.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
We're on a boat.
From the Murchison River.
Yes.
This is our third attempt at boating. You guys haven't seen attempts 1 and 2 because we were learning.
Yep, and they were stressful.
Yeah, the first attempt was in Dungara. We made a couple of mistakes.
First off, right off the bat, we didn't put the drain holes in, and so we dropped the boat in the water for the first time. Very exciting, and the boat started sinking.
Yeah, it just started filling up with water, and yeah, we were both kind of panicking.
Yeah.
You went to go grab the bus and the trailer to get the boat out of the water and fix the problem, and he couldn't, because of the stress, he couldn't back the trailer down the boat ramp. You were just swerving all over the shop.
That wasn't my finest moment.
And then, yeah, we pulled it out and it drained for like...
Good 5 minutes,
Yeah, that was bad. And then we got it back in the water, but yeah, within like 5 minutes of heading out, we heard like a alarm beeping constantly, and we had no idea what it was, so it was a bit concerning, and we decided to just bring the boat back in.
Yeah, so then we steamed north to Geraldton to hang out with our friends Ab and Al for a week, and while the boat was parked up, I took the motor apart and found the issue. Turned out to just be
A false alarm.
false alarm, just disconnected a wire and the alarm stopped. Then we took the boat out again
in
Geraldton. We were gonna go try to dive for crayfish, but the swell was way up and the viz was very, very bad. Like less than 2 meters of viz. It was really quite scary, and I chopped a bit of my thumb off and there was blood in the water. Yeah, it was no fun.
But it was a bit smoother than the first time. No alarm.
The conditions weren't right, so that's all right.
And lesson learned to have a first aid kit on board, which we still need to get one.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
we're in Kalbarri, and I thought a river day would be lovely.
Yeah, there is no swell. There's a little bit of wind, but it is quite
Peaceful.
quite the opposite to going out into the ocean with the boat. This is nice and chill.
I actually got to drive it for the first time today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a bit of fishing. We're gonna do a bit of chilling.
Sunning.
Yeah, we got
Some snacks on board.
nothing else to do today, so we're just gonna boat until we don't want to boat no more.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a bit of fishing. If it doesn't work out here, we can move along to another spot. Yeah, we're just gonna have an easy morning. How good.
Sun feels really good.
Yeah. All right, let's go catch some fish.
Yeah.
We're boating,
Droning, boating,
snacking, not catching anything. The usual.
But we saw fish jump.
no luck fishing.
Nope. That's not any surprise though.
No, I prefer spearfishing for a reason. Oh.
But it was still a really nice morning on the water.
Yeah, it was a great time. So peaceful when there's no swell and you can just anchor and be chill.
Yeah, it's the longest we've been out on the water and probably the most peaceful experience. I think we've been out for a couple hours now.
Yeah, which makes me look forward to Exmouth and the Gulf a lot because no swell on the Gulf side, and even in the lagoon it should be pretty calm. So that's the reason we bought the boat.
Yeah, I'll be excited to not just sit in the boat and actually get in and snorkel and stuff.
Yeah, that should be good fun. And now that we've taken it out 3 times, we can feel comfortable taking other people out on it as well.
Yeah.
So all in all, a great success, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's one more thing we wanted to chat about before we sign off with you guys.
It's about our YouTube videos, but we feel a little tired from making weekly videos. It's a lot of effort. Filming is one thing, but then editing and putting the video together is a really big process.
Yeah.
Depending on the week, it can take anywhere from
8 to 16 hours of editing.
Yeah. And that might not sound like too much, just like a day or two's worth of work, but when it's not the only thing you're doing, we're living in a bus where we have to drive to places, find camp, grocery shop, do other things.
Yeah.
We only really have a few hours of work a day that we can squeeze in when we're traveling. So
it normally takes me 3 days of like head down working on a YouTube to get it out. And then if we're filming for a day or two, that's most of the week there.
No break.
No breaks, yeah.
So yeah, we've been thinking a lot about how we've been putting out weekly videos, and we think that dropping down to maybe every other week would be a lot more enjoyable for us and also lead to a better outcome, a better video for you guys, and more fun for us as well.
Yeah, we're going to try and keep the episodes less like a vlog of just here's what we're doing for the week and filming whatever happens, and try and keep it more of a self-contained episode. Yeah. So that's what we're going to try and do moving forward. Hope you guys like it.
Yeah, give us your feedback. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever set in stone.
That's it, especially on the water. Because we're boat people now.
It's set in sand in the water.
Oh. Yeah, that's our time in Kalbarri.
Yeah, we could do so much more here, but
we've done a lot already.
We've done a lot last year and we feel pretty satisfied, and we're trying to make it up to Exmouth. Yeah, we're moving on.
Well, yeah, until then, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it if you do. And until then, we'll see you later.
Sayonara.
Wingapo.
Yeah. Bye.